right, everyone, welcome back to Dark and Dicey.
Woo!
Episode number 8. We just had the
That's it?
Yeah, that's right.
We caused a lot of damage.
Yeah, I watched the last episode, you guys. I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, Nate. I'm glad we're alive.
Jeez.
I didn't do anything else.
I say otherwise.
I was sitting in a hospital bed watching Dark and Dicey. You threw an adamantite golem at the party. I'm like, I guess this is it.
It wasn't even us who cast the magic.
Oh, I have some
douche.
since that wasn't took place in the past, I have some amendments to make to my character in the future.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So, the inside of my hut,
Yeah.
there is paint. There's writings in blood.
Oh.
Just like random things, like it'll have like Kovacs and Warblun, just like tiny.
Just random things?
Cool.
Just random.
Just
All right.
stuff
Seems
to
very
incriminate
random.
us.
All right, so you...
Such as Haven Spear is really
random.
large, with hearts around it.
So your chaotic evil took another tick towards actual evil, is what you're saying.
And, well, it's smeared now.
Oh.
And
No,
there's
okay.
an even bigger writing in Haven Spear's blood with hearts around it.
Poor
and it
Haven
says,
Cool.
it says, Halton.
Oh.
I do feel scared.
Writing the new boyfriend's name in the blood of the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
As one does.
Yes.
Throwback to middle school.
Can we give this man a shout out for being here?
Hell
Seriously.
yeah, KG!
I'm pointing at KG. I don't
almost
think
back to
you
the
can
100%.
remember
We're
that.
going to do our best today. Apologies if the energy is a tiny bit low.
No apologies.
But really quick, let's catch them up on what's happened. So you guys have had a week of downtime to prepare for the inevitable arrival of Winkerbean, the mobster turned emporium owner turned successful businessman, right?
Bastard.
And also the one who may or may not, in fact, does have Werblin's daughter. So, having prepared for this, you've somehow gotten into this weird situation where you have murdered Havenspear and took on the mantle of his, All Haven sort of face army. You're
So
the
weird.
Yeah,
So
you're
weird
like
how that happens.
somehow
is
you
crazy.
become superheroes of All Haven. You know, that's fun.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
If I want to remind everyone, we have Captain Allhaven right here. We've got Hyperion, Hell Phoenix, Baby Burb, Kenku Commander and the Ken Kid, and of course, Pluckett. So Walter, who is technically the head of your group, has gotten you your first gig as the superheroes in what he appears to believe to be a pretty general, there's a riot at this place, you go in, you snuff out this riot, you're going to be heroes, right? That's what we feel like it's going to happen so far. And after getting to Barovian Barbecue, where this was all taking place, you met your special effects guy, Tyler. You know, he's helping out. Given what you need. He wasn't able to throw that gold at you. Apologies, but he didn't have that much on him. But when last we left, you guys have done your poses. You've introduced yourself to the city. There were explosions aplenty. A couple of the citizens now ship your characters. It's great. It's great fun. So that is exactly where we left off. The explosions and special effects have died down a little bit now. The crowd is teeming and very excited to watch you work. Guards are holding them back so they don't crowd you. Walter, in his blood-pain costume, turns to you and hollows you around really quick. It's like, okay, look, I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna keep the folks from barging in to watch everything that you do. Right? Just go in, see what the issue is, and come out. That's all you have to do. Just handle the situation as efficiently as possible. Try not to blow anything up. You know, that's not asking too much, I think. Right? It's a very expensive restaurant. Anya, try not to burn the place down. I saw you try to set fire to the banner. That's not what we're after.
I bring the heat. As they say, lit. I am hot. I am.
Okay, so just
you
watch
done?
her when you
I
go
am
in
done.
there. And, all right, guys, ready?
No.
Your first big hero day?
I didn't realize we had to actually be heroes. I thought we were just Ta-da!
You lot never want to do anything.
This should be easy enough. This should be easy enough.
Is it like the cat in a tree or something?
Let's hope so. All right.
Just send me in there.
All right, you guys, go on in. I'll handle the stuff out here.
Captain Allhaven, you lead the way.
Aye, aye.
Why is he captain?
It's my name.
People are cheering as
the
you start
lie
making your
we're
way into
perpetuating.
the barbecue. It's like, yeah, kick their ass, I think. Yeah.
We've got this, Allhaven.
He does have an American accent.
If I'm commander and you are captain, don't I outrank?
As you have this conversation, as you meander into the restaurant.
In any case except this one, yes.
Okay.
All right, so Werblin enters first. Anya trailing behind, or asking a bit about his rank. Do you guys follow in right afterwards?
I follow, but I'm walking
Yeah.
backwards and blowing kisses to the crowd, walking away from
A
them.
couple of them are like, yeah, Baby Pat! Baby Pat is the most metal one! Send us your metal kisses!
Pluck's arms are just like
Sorry.
crossed, and he's just like scuttling begrudgingly.
You just go. You were beat up pretty bad in the last week, so you're pretty grumpy about that. Also, so you lead. You take up the rear with Baby Bird.
Sure, I'm strutting like, this is great.
clang, 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 clang into the barbecue. All right, so you guys enter the foyer of the barbecue. It's a big, expansive restaurant. You see, it goes up 3 floors. Even this place is huge. It's beautifully decorated in lush reds and yellows and like Eastern colors. You know, it's gorgeous. Lanterns hanging. These big, giant tables with fire pits in the middle of them dot the restaurant. Some of them still have food on them. There's big, beautiful art pieces all around. A lot of money has been put into this place. It's if you were going to take a date out to barbecue, this is probably where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So when you enter, you notice that the restaurant has been cleared out mostly. There's no other civilians inside. They're all the way in the back. You do see sort of like a hunched over kind of figure, just kind of poking at food. He's got this graying hair. You see the telltale signs of a pointed ear. Could be elven, could be half elven. But you can surmise by the fact that he has all this facial hair down here. He's probably of the half elven
Gotcha.
variety. He sort of notices you come in, takes a look at your costumes, kind of like, and goes back to his table. He's richly dressed. He's richly dressed like every other citizen in the city. Fine, vibrant silks, purples, blues, a cape with a big jeweled brooch. His outfit costs, obviously, a ton of money. Well-groomed, slightly inebriated. And he seems to be the only other person in this restaurant.
So we were called in for a riot, right?
That's what you were told. There was a riot.
Okay. Well, this looks like we could just turn around and tell them we did it, and there wouldn't be anything wrong with it, would it?
I think we should set the entire place on fire just to cover bases.
Is this guy looking at us?
Hold that thought.
He did look at you, and he just sort of turned away. He's poking at the food. Very kind of angrily, too. Damn, Allhaven. It's been lying to us this entire time.
Can we hear this? Can we hear this?
Yeah, he's just mumbling to himself.
So am I pretty sure he's a half-elf?
As you get closer, yeah, you can tell your own kind. He's an older half-elf.
So I'm just like, hail, brother. Don't see many of our kind around here.
No, you're not looking right. Our kind has some of the most wealth in the society. You just started working for the city? Is that what happened?
You could say that, yes. We were hired as protectors.
Yeah, I see the whole bird theme. That's awkward.
I won't argue with that.
I agree. Birds are very awkward and really weird and kind of standoffish, and they won't be my friend, even though I tried.
You see him As he's poking at the food, all your eyes go to his wrist, where you see a very, very golden, bejeweled bracelet. It's much like the ones you own, but holy crap is this fancy. And 5 wands just sort of slowly, magically turning around in his hand as he's like sort of playing with one through his fingers and thinking about something.
What you thinking about?
You said you guys are new to the city?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see that stack of uncooked barbecue meat right there? He points to the table right in front of him. It's just, bunch of meat, any point getting ready to get cooked, all that stuff. Isn't it weird that when I take this wand that I created, this wand of dispel, and I do this with it? He points it at the stack of food, and he dispels it. It just vanishes off the table. Isn't that weird?
Where'd the food go?
Was that fake food?
It happens to every piece of food I touch in the city with this wand. Isn't that weird?
Are they illusions?
Shh, hold on a second. He waits for a second. The food begins to statically rematerialize back into reality. It's like this weird...
Lasses. That reminds me quite a bit of those undead we just met. Does it not?
Does it look the same?
Yeah, it looks the same.
As it did before.
The way they reform. That's the same.
Very interesting.
You
I
all
don't
know
know.
what wands of dispel do.
They take away magic.
They take away magic.
But not to this.
I think it means the food's magic.
The food is fake.
I would say it's very, what is called ergonomic, economic, good for environment, right?
So you're a conservationist now?
Yes, I
Do you
believe.
know what that implies? That this entire city is eating this fake magic food?
Are they living? Are they getting calories?
No, they're gaining calories. It's just...
So it's not an illusion, it's something physical, yes.
Except... it does it again and vanishes. Usually, spells that summon food offer some sort of permanence. If you summon a loaf of bread, you can eat the loaf of bread, and you can't dispel it afterwards. Why is it that when this food is summoned, I can dispel it? That's...
Does anyone have the power to dispel them all at once?
I suppose if you had enough wands of dispel. What I'm saying is, there's a legend that the city was based off of that no one believed. That the king made a wish. That the king wished for all his people to never hunger again.
Right.
I'm starting to think that myth is true.
Is there bad?
And you'll notice, after he's dispelled it, it takes a little longer for it to come back this time. It's a little more chaotic. It's a little more messy. The raw magic itself that forms this food is having a harder time reforming it. And it's running out.
Maybe that's just because you're dispelling it.
Do you know who I am?
No.
I was about to ask.
The man groggily gets up from his chair. He's still a little red in the face. He's been drinking heavily. I am Idris von Lichtenstein. Roll history.
Perfect. 6.
6.
19.
19.
13.
13.
6.
Anyone who rolled above a 10. You'll remember going through various shops in your life and seeing the von Lichtenstein brand of wand. He's a very successful businessman. He's shipped his goods throughout the corners of the world. He's considered a master artisan of creating specifically magic wands, and the city sells exclusively von Lichtenstein wands. They're reliable. They're very efficient, and they're just made of fantastic stuff. So he's somewhat of a famous person, at least famous in the wand creationist communities. But as it is, he sort of wobbles to his feet, and he's like, "Are you here to arrest me?"
Von Lichtenstein now?
Von Lichtenstein.
I am.
There's been some sort of misunderstanding. We were told there was a riot in here.
Oh, yes, I do recall I panicked and started threatening the civilians with, these. You see, I just had this crazy thought that if the magic runs out on this food, what happens to the people who have been eating it?
Oh,
I'd like to know myself.
that's not good.
I am going to the spire after I finish my drink. And I'm gonna ask the king a question. And I'm going to take this, and one of the wands pops up in his hands. I'm gonna take this wand of fireball. And I'm just gonna use it until I'm there. Starting now.
Mate,
Just-
I wouldn't,
Just don't do it on the king, or else obviously the wish will be done and everyone will
I'm
die,
all
and it'll
for
be your
getting
fault.
a little buzz before a mission, but that's not a good idea.
He just takes the wand and just points it randomly in your midst. It's like, I'm gonna start by making a hole in the wall
Oi, oi, oi!
right there.
Can I dive to, like, knock the wands out of his hand?
If you attempt that, everyone's gonna roll initiative. Is that what you want to do? I'll give you one roll to see if you can.
Okay.
All right, acrobatics.
That's a good one for me. 5.
Okay. All right. So you're like, no shit. Like you go for it, but you're just a tiny bit short, and your knee hits like one of the tops of the barbecue tables, and you go ah.
Oi!
And, yeah, and that stung.
Bloody hell!
And we're gonna start an initiative roll because
Damn it.
you have just lunged at him.
Oh, God.
Boy.
3.
16.
8.
Wait, 18.
Wait.
18.
9.
Okay.
12.
12. 12.
What was yours, Nate?
8.
8. And Trixos was
16.
16. Fantastic. Oops, sorry. I'll erase this real quick. Trixos 16.
Oh. Excuse.
All right. So unfortunately, Idris does go first, and he does. He's a very spry old man.
Jeez.
He's gonna finish casting his fireball on. So in the midst of your group, now that you've sort of lunged at him, he had to fix his aim a little bit because he thought he had to swat you out of the way. The wand goes off, and you are all sort of in this 20-foot radius of this explosion. You see the light on the tip of the wand, this very well-crafted red wand, a huge explosion of magic at the tip, and you feel it before you see it. The air behind you, around you, to the side of you starts to compact, heat up, and there is just massive fiery explosion right in your midst. Everyone take a dexterity saving throw.
Fell off the table.
8.
7.
8, 7.
6.
5, 4,
shit.
3, 2.
17!
Dead.
Okay,
22.
22. All right, you two get to take half damage on this. The rest of you, I'm so sorry.
What?
This is so sad.
This is so sad.
No, stop rolling.
Please.
I think I have to roll more time. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, 24 points of damage. Erupt in your
No.
midst. You two take half.
What the
Wait, so I take 24.
Everyone else takes 24 points of damage from this
I have
fireball.
1 health.
I have
It's going to be that kind of fight. I'm sorry you didn't get that first acrobatics roll.
Is he not out of the way at least by jumping at a table?
You're going to get the, because you rolled
It's
so
24
low.
radius.
Yeah. So yeah, you see him go, still a little drunk. He you notice when he drops the wand to shake his hand, it slides automatically back into his wrist strap.
Was it like a revolver?
Kind of.
Fucking magnets.
How do they work?
You know, your bracelets do the same thing.
what?
You just gotta get some wands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's helpful. Thank you.
Werblin.
Can I just start referring to you as DM Nate, please? Because this is last episode. I didn't take a single point of damage, and everyone else did. This is my penance for that.
You're just tanking it for everyone first.
Gnome tank. Mm.
All right.
You're a little singed.
Hello.
Yeah, the wind's been knocked out of you a bit. The tables around you have shattered apart. There is now fire in the restaurant. A good amount of it. Several of the tables and walls have been lit aflame. There's patches of it near your feet. So this is a great way to start off the encounter.
It's alright, they're
I'm
gonna
gonna
blame
use
her for that.
The law of attraction.
I told you it should just set on fire. You don't listen. Now it's on fire anyway, and it wasn't me.
I have 3 HP potions. How much are those going to give me back?
What kind of HP potions were
Yeah, I don't think it was specified when I was given them. I got these
Probably
a long time
regular.
regular?
Healing.
Then let's say, let's just for your sake right now, I'm going to tell you that they are 1d6 healing potions.
ago. Okay. And for my turn, is that an action or?
It is an action. Yeah.
Okay, because I have a healing spell too. Would I be able to use both of those on the same turn?
Unless the healing spell requires a bonus action, then you have to choose either to use the healing spell or the potion. Like I know healing word is a bonus action that is castable. So if you had healing word,
I have
you
cure
could do it.
wounds.
Yeah, that's an action. So-
Okay.
I think I have the bracelet though. Because we are one short.
You're a one
They
short.
took Anya's though.
Wait, I don't have my bracelet.
I don't know.
What?
We should figure this out.
No, she has her bracelet.
I have my bracelet.
I
just
assume
don't know
Pluck
what if
has
you were
his,
him.
right?
Paulton took her bracelet.
Paulton took,
He gave it back.
but he did give it back, so you should still have yours.
Yep.
So it's just between you two, whoever has the
I
bracelet.
remember
Last I
taking
know it was
it
him.
for a reason.
I thought you handed it back.
Did I?
Chet, Hill.
All right.
Yeah, because otherwise, because
Rock,
Trixie
paper,
doesn't have
scissors
a
for it.
bracelet.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's still in my inventory.
Wow.
Trixie, did Trixie have a bracelet or no? Then we have
No,
four.
she
Then
doesn't.
I should have one. Then we should both have one.
No, we only have 3. Is the thing.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, we like Mandela affected a bracelet
Oh.
into our party, which was pointed out by the Discord. So,
Oops.
Yep, we are only at 3.
but I'm fine with saying you have it.
Just saying, this
DM?
split second you threw it.
I'll allow it. If he thinks you have it, you have it.
All right, let's roll a d8. Wait, which one is my d8 again? Somebody help.
D8's the double pyramid.
This one?
No, it's this one.
That was really yours.
Excuse.
I'm a little disoriented right now. Okay, 4 plus 1, 5 HP.
5 HP. Okay, you gain 5. You feel a little better. You're like, whew, oh man, that was bad. You
Felt that one right in the cardiac.
right. You might want to get some of those burns treated later, but for right now, you're okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn before passing it on?
Do I have any time to like run toward the door we came through?
Yeah, you actually do have time to take a little step back. You want to like run out?
Not all the way. I'd just like to be like out of his
Okay.
vision as much as possible.
I'll allow you to make it like maybe halfway to the door, but you can't get out.
Is there any cover I can jump in, like behind some?
Oh yeah, for sure. There are overturned tables now, so you can put yourself behind even full cover for you.
Yeah, I'm a leap behind one of those. And
all right, so you're like, oh nope. No,
all right, go get a tent.
You all see Werblin just scrambling back behind a table after taking a very large fireball. All right, Trixa.
How far away is he from me?
10 feet, maybe even less.
Okay, I'm really pissed and I want to rage.
All right.
And I ask for Azaz's help.
All right, so you start to channel all this negative emotion in your body, just like last time. You're a little better at it this time because you're starting to become aware of the mechanics of it. You know, like what to do to get the least amount of resistance out of this demon. So you know the black inky stuff starts to flow into your arms. Your eyes start. The veins start popping from the corners of your eyes, but your pupils are still there. You retain control, and you find yourself fairly easily, you know, in this half kind of form that you're used to now, and you now are enraged.
Just like, okay, this is okay.
It's good. It's a little easier. It's a little easier this time around. You're still a little angry, you know. You might lose it at any moment, but for now you're here.
So I reach into my cloak and grab the battle axe and jump at him.
God damn it.
Recklessly.
Recklessly, and you have advantage, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank God.
No. Oh.
8.
8. All right.
Are you kidding me?
So this your terrible demon self. You launch yourself through the flames. The flames seem to spread, just to avoid your corrupted form. You leap through the flames with your battle axe. You bring it down hard, and you think you have him. You think you have it right on his body, but a pale blue shimmer of light intercepts your blade and just slides it off to the side. Any caster in the party will recognize mage armor that he's already cast on himself.
Oh.
All right, Trick, so that was your turn. So you slide off to the side. You're ready to do another blow, but for right now, that was your action.
I just go.
He was just like, oh, that's surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Kovacs, it's your turn.
All right. We're not winning this. Stop.
Jesus.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, mate.
I'm just saying, you went down to 1 in one attack.
And now I'm at 6.
Great. So I'm not even drawing my weapon. I'm just gonna put out my hand and be like, you are the von Lichtenstein, correct?
Roll,
Flattery.
roll performance with disadvantage.
What?
Sorry, I'll allow it, but he's single-minded right now.
Maybe everyone didn't attack him.
Oh.
Cool.
No!
Well, 6.
The other one was 18.
I know.
6.
6.
You're like the von Lichtenstein, right? As I was saying, and you just see another wand just sort of automatically pop into his hand. I don't even know what this one is. Let's find out.
Is he drunk enough to have disadvantage?
On physical attacks, yes, but he is a master.
Yeah,
wandist.
so why would he?
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Can I say more things?
Maybe as a bonus action, but
It's like, hold on. We want to get to Algard just as bad as you do. We want to discover the mystery of this ruby that he's made a wish on. We're on the same team.
that's a lot for a bonus action. But
Okay,
let's
sorry.
see. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'll allow you to roll persuasion, but at disadvantage.
Of course. Why not?
I'm letting you have like 2 actions, man.
Hey! 18.
Hey, nice.
Wow.
Right.
The
It's a
hell?
16 and a 13. I got a plus 5.
So you want to see the All Guard? You get in line after me. And he raises his hand to activate this wand. He can't yet because it's not his turn. But if you want to see the king, then you will get out of my way and let me march out of this restaurant.
Do your thing, man.
You're like, all right. Anya,
Yes.
it's your turn.
My theme. I'm very mad. So I use Eldritch Blast.
All right. Roll a ranged attack.
Okay.
Do you have your stats for that?
Lucky.
Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
Does it hit? Does it hit a
It
little?
collides upon his mage armor and dissipates.
That's a hit.
I thought you said you were gonna get out of my way.
You see, the thing is, I slipped, I tripped.
Well, turns only last so long, and I could only say so much.
Is there anything else you'd like to use your turn for? Right
Yes. I would like to beg. Please don't kill me, please. I have Snake. He doesn't deserve to.
Snake is at home babysitting.
Oh,
You reach out, empty hand.
I was like, I have stand up hair. It looks like Snake. I have babies. I have 4 lizard babies.
Wait a second.
Please feed me. I'm trying to save the world.
Didn't you try to eat them?
You're not helping to
He is unmoved by your begging.
What?
Since you just tried to Eldritch Blast him. A pluck.
I like turn to Kovacs. Just like, are we just letting him go? Is that really what we're doing?
You saw what happened to Werblin there. He was charred to a crisp.
I can hear you.
It hurts. Life hurts.
Do I have like a general feeling of like what would happen if we just let him go? I'm pretty certain that's bad, right?
Let's
to make
say
sure.
if you would like to use your turn to roll insight,
I
I'll
don't-
allow you to do that.
For my action?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm just like, I can't, and I'm gonna.
Or I can let you roll insight as a bonus, but at disadvantage.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him,
Okay.
which is a Wisdom DC 13.
13. All right.
He's probably really wise.
I'm sorry. He
Okay.
makes it.
Then for my bonus action, I can use a cantrip. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try and cast Frostbite on him to try and like just like freeze his hand.
That's a ranged attack, I think, right?
Let me see.
Or is that a?
It's a Constitution save.
Oh, okay. But do you have to ranged attack first before he makes the con save? Is what I'm asking. Is it like a ray, or is it like just
Let's see.
you
The
wobble
tar-
your fingers and he's cold?
I think it's that target must make a Constitution saving
Okay.
throw. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll.
All right, cool. So you said that was still 13, right? Mm-hmm. That's not. I still have crazy hits. He makes it. I'm sorry.
It's like, I'm just like,
The mage armor's real strong today. He does make both saves. Now he's just a little more surly and angry.
we're gonna die. It's good.
It
It's
got a
fine.
little chilly in here for a second.
It's weird. And I'm just kind of like slumps behind something.
All right, so where are you guys right now? I know Anya's still up front. You've got cover.
Yeah, I'm in cover
Right.
behind a table.
You're right next to him. You're starting to edge.
Probably like a few feet away.
Right.
Yeah.
Few feet or like 10, 20.
Well, when we approached him, how far were
We're about 10 feet
10?
off.
Okay, then I'm 10 feet away.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. Idris looks at the wand he's got, kind of like focuses on it. It's like, I like this one. Hold on a second. He very quickly reaches into his pocket and pulls out a bunch of dusty throwing knives. You're all gonna like this.
I already don't.
Please, no.
I am the bone of my wand. And he casts whatever's in this wand into these old throwing knives, and you notice they rise up from his hand in a golden glow, multiply into several until it consumes the entire area in front of his face in this cloud of glowing magical daggers.
Great.
He casts Conjure Barrage, and he just sort of goes like, go. Everyone, you are actually fine because you've got full cover. You're gonna feel it behind you, but it's not gonna hit you.
Tactics.
You four, however, will make a dexterity saving throw very quickly.
Oh God. No.
Was that a 1?
It's a 2.
Oh.
14.
14? You're okay. You're gonna take half damage.
Oh, I have advantage.
11.
That doesn't help.
11. Full.
9.
9 full.
Cool.
Pluck takes half damage from this next spell. Okay.
Well, I would just say right now, I have 3 HP.
Looks like doing the dances, just like.
Well, this show's been fun.
5 points of damage all around. Not too bad, as the knives fan out in every direction. You take it rounded down. So we'll say you take 2.
Is it physical damage?
It is. It's magical.
Dang.
Sorry about that.
What happens to me? I'm dead?
You're now at considered knocked out, so
Shit.
we're gonna have to make some death saving throws for you.
No! I'm not ready to die. I'm too young.
So you just see Anya go like, after she throws her Eldritch Blast, like, and just sort of slides to the floor.
Kaiji, who are you?
This autoimmune disease.
Jesus.
After he does a spell, he's just sort of like, ooh, that was interesting. He's very drunk. So you have that going for you.
He's very drunk.
He's very drunk, but he's still a master at what he does. Werblin, is your turn. You feel these knives just stick to the back of this table behind you, and that would have hurt. So you're very glad you're back.
Whew. Can I cast Cure Wounds again?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
In fact, you can probably, if you can reach Anya, you can cast it on her too. Which she does not.
This could be a good idea.
And how far out of cover is she?
Think of my baby.
You can get there within the turn, but you'd be out of cover.
Exactly. Let's roll for me. Okay, that is 4 plus 1, so 5.
5. Let's see. Yeah, you go 5 more points. All
Okay.
right, so you're feeling a little better. You're not within immediate danger of dying or anything. You notice that every time he casts one of these spells, he's drunk enough that it just sort of falls from his hand and randomly rejoins the 5. All right, so you took your turn.
Do they do the same thing every time? Do we know?
They've been different wands every time so far. One
Okay.
was a wand of fireball, one was a wand of conjure barrage.
Okay.
Who knows what the next one is?
How many were there?
5.
5.
So that
If-
wasn't piercing damage.
No.
Oh, okay.
If I have a bonus action, can I roll Arcana or Insight or something to see if there's anything that might be able to we use to our advantage against this guy?
Yeah, if you want, you can roll as a bonus action. Say roll Arcana.
Okay. 10.
10. It doesn't seem like there's anything really special about the guy aside from his fairly skilled wand usage. Even the mage armor he's wearing, you can gather, is from a wand. There's nothing inherently magical about the dude proper. So if there's any way you can either remove this bracelet from him, just keep him from using the wands, he should just be...
I did attempt that.
You did attempt that, yeah. He should just be like a normal guy, you know. It's really the weapons of mass destruction he's got on his wrists right now that are the problem.
Okay.
Is it too late to make a reaction to him attacking other people while I was standing next to him?
Yeah, you would have to do it as it happens. I apologize. But is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? You used your bonus action. You healed yourself.
I'm just muttering to myself behind the thing.
Coming up with a plan.
Oh, you think you can't fight Wobbin and Logic? Okay, yeah, all right, you're gonna see.
Grumpy dad grumbles. Trixa, you took a little bit of damage, but you're all right. You know.
Mm-hmm. I wind up my axe and try to slice off his arm with the bracelet.
Oh, geez, all right. Oh, geez, Trixa.
Oh boy.
Oh, recklessly. Yeah. Oh, 14.
14. It does slide off the mage armor. You rock him a bit backwards though with it because you are very, very strong. You slam it into the mage armor. You see it shimmer a bit, trying to absorb all of it. It just so manages to. Just so. You notice though, when you hit, it was solid enough to. You feel like if you just hit it a little harder, you could probably get through just the tiniest bit. You know.
I mutter, Zaz, if you want to go crazy.
You could just like screw it, full possession.
What's that she saying?
I mutter it very quietly.
What's she saying?
You.
I don't like when she does that.
She mutters blasphemies to herself off to the
she's
side.
just trying to kill us all.
I like seething.
You guys hear her muttering on that side and me muttering on this side. Like, oh, you little bastard!
Kovacs, it is your turn.
So I'm 10 feet away.
Yes.
All right, fuck this. I'm just gonna take a swing at this dude.
Go for it.
I've had enough. It's pretty clear that he can't be reasoned with. 16.
Nice. Is this with your big
Hell yeah.
happening sword?
My big happening sword.
Yeah. All right. So you're like you step forward. You've had enough. You draw your very impressive looking silver black blade, and you just bring it down massively on this old man. You see the mage armor stop it only just part way, but the weight of the blow is so much, and the angle is such a way that it cleaves right down through the mage armor and delivers a tremendous slash across his chest. Roll for damage.
We will see how tremendous.
Yes.
Okay, rerolling the 2. It's a 3. Okay, so 12.
Nice. Nice. All right. Yeah, you carve into a part of his chest, and he backs up just soon enough to just have a very long gash down his. Now he clutches just surprised that you got through his mage armor, and he, he's instinctively another wand falls into his hand as he backs up from you, wild-eyed, and you see he's randomly just activating this thing. As a reaction, you notice the bracelet on his wrist glows the second he starts to become panicked, and it automatically shoots the wand up, and it seems to just activate on reaction. Those who cast magic, go ahead and roll Arcana really quick.
Even
I have a couple
Tanya?
spells. Is that
Yeah,
count?
you can do it.
Everyone but me.
6.
9.
I'm dead.
8.
Something's allowing him to cast these wands faster, and it's probably woven into the fabric of this bracelet. All right. So this random thing he popped up. Let's see what it is. Okay. So as you connect, and you're like, yes, I got it hidden. You look up to notice a blue gem staring you right in the face as the wand erupts. And Kovacs, you need to make another dexterity saving throw.
Maybe I can roll well. Ooh, 19.
19. All right. You're going to take half
Beautiful.
of what this is. Let's see. From the tip of this blue gem, just several magical snowballs. Just right in your face. They hurt, though. You're going to take half of 8, so take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
You take a big, fatty snowball right in the face, and that was not comfortable. Yeah. Oh, what the...
I want to use my sentinel reaction to attack him for attacking someone else while he's
That's
within
true,
5
you
feet
can.
of me.
You can. Roll to attack.
Yeah.
Roll to attack.
Can I do this recklessly or is it an act?
I don't know if you can sentinel recklessly.
Okay. Natural 20!
Oh! Roll for damage! Holy crap!
Yeah, let's waste this butthole.
Should I roll the dice twice or double what I roll of the dice? Double what I roll of the dice and then add my stuff, right?
Yeah. Nice.
24 slashing.
24 slashing damage.
Oh my lord!
So he snowballs Kovacs in the face, and you're like, nah. This inky blackness seeps down your hands as you clutch your axe, and you bring it up with such force. Everyone around you can almost feel the air pressure as it connects and obliterates the mage armor in one swing. You see it shatter into the ether, and the force of it blows the old man back into the wall, through the wood itself into the kitchen. And you're just standing there, pissed amidst the settling dust. And that's your turn.
It's my reaction.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That wasn't even her turn.
Your turn will be coming up later.
Cool.
All right. You blinked and things happened. You're pissed. All right, Anya. We need to have you do a.
I want like my spirit to show up behind Pluck anime style. Like, Pluck-chan, ganbare. Watashi wa mou shindeiru. Pluck-chan.
I'll allow it.
Why? Oh my god.
I'll allow it to happen. Christina, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw really quick to see if you stabilize.
Is it just
Gosh.
Are death saves Constitution?
I think
or
they're Constitution.
It's just.
I think it's just 10
It's
or up.
just raw.
It's 10 or up?
Yep.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Constitution. Maybe I'm thinking it was the last one. All
Doesn't
right.
One
matter
digit.
though.
Was it 10 or up?
It's 8.
That's just. Is that one fail?
Yeah, that's one fail.
Okay.
You get 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're starting to bleed out a bit.
Unless she gets a 1.
Woo! That's
And then I'm still like, Pluck,
No.
kini shinaide.
No.
Pluck-chan.
Look, why are you talking to yourself? Go!
I hate this. I hate it so much.
Yes. So Anya floats next to you as a ghost, speaking in Japanese.
Kimi wa
Pluck.
anata no.
Is it my turn? What? Can I go?
It is your turn. Yes.
You just hear nakama.
Pluck sees this and then looks at Anya's body and just goes, "Fine, get up and stop that." And that will be his healing words to her. Which is 1d4 plus
It's a
3.
bonus action. Do you still get an action this turn, though?
Healing word's actually first level spell.
Oh, is it? I thought. What was it? What was the word? Oh, word of healing was the bonus action. Word of healing bonus
So
action.
that is 6, so you're up to 6 HP.
All right. So you pop up. You have these very pleasant dreams of being a Japanese ghost.
What happened?
You feel a little weebier than before.
Pluck, I had dreamed you were in it.
We don't talk about that. You don't think that.
Well, nice.
That ain't. Well, and,
A word comes to mind.
and-
It is nakama.
okay,
I've read this fan fiction before.
Oh.
and I'm gonna go. I'm just. Pluck just looks. He's like. He just walks away.
All right.
This guy is still alive, right? Kill him.
Yeah. You. It is his turn, so you'll see in a second. Amidst the rubble that you've reduced that part of the restaurant and him too, due to your freak strength, you see a glowing brown light in the darkness where the hole is, like kind of, shoddily pointed in your direction, and you see him kind of retch himself out of the hole. I will not be stopped by the likes of you from reaching the king. Arise from the depths, excremental! The wand erupts in this horrid brown light, and you feel the restaurant start to tremble a bit. You sort of hear the pipage in the back of the restaurant groan and creak and break. It's a poop demon. There is an intense smell wafting into the room. He has activated a very beautiful looking one. In fact, you can tell that the material itself is made of like a beholder eye stalk. It's that rare, the wand. Unfortunately for you, he's used it to tinker a very interesting summon spell.
Did he summon the sewers?
At your feet, you notice this brown sludge slinking out of the back of the restaurant from where the toilets are.
I jump on Pluck's back.
As soon as he casts a spell, he's sort of just like, that's it for me. And he just passes out. But this brown, awful ooze just starts to coagulate at your feet, and it just starts growing and growing and growing, and oh God, it's not stopping. It reaches 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet,
That's all
8 feet, 9 feet. It starts to fill the restaurant. 10 feet.
Are we out of initiative? What is...
You're still technically in
Okay.
initiative.
I feel like we've gone further into initiative.
You could say we're in the shit.
This excremental is going to take Idris's slot in the initiative. It starts to form into this. It's not as lumpy or moist as you would imagine. The grossness kind of coalesces into this crusty, hard brown shell armor, and it takes on this appearance of a round, heavily fortified brown golem.
Oh! So we're not, are we in it or no? We're just seeing it.
No,
Okay.
you're just seeing it coalesce in front of you. It's got dark, empty sockets for eyes, no mouth. It seems to contemplate its own existence in despair. A deep, keening wail comes from the inside of itself, and it smells terrible. And the excremental looms before you.
Excremental.
The excremental.
Fucking excellent.
Everyone roll a Constitution saving throw.
I knew it!
From the smell. 10 or above is all I'm asking.
Oh, 20.
I'm good. I got 13.
You're good.
Yeah,
5.
5?
12.
12. All right. Anya, you're going to have disadvantage on physical attacks against it. So for you, not too bad.
Okay.
You just don't want to touch it for proper reasons,
I rip off a piece of my undershirt and just stuff it up into the beak as a filter.
It helps, but not by much.
Plex very much used to these types of smells. He's like, I don't see the problem.
That's what the pretty cook smells like.
I like you.
Oh, this is like the last time I was in a bloody gas attack. I hated a civil war.
All right. So it took this turn to emerge. So, Werblin, it is your turn, as it's trying to contemplate its own existence.
So, is Mr. Wizardy Man still in sight? Is he just puppeteering this thing in the background?
No, he's passed out. He summoned this. He summoned it and passed out.
Passed out with his wands.
Wow, what a drunkard.
Yeah.
I admire that.
Oh.
Okay. I have a bonus action spell called Hunter's Mark. Can I do that before my turn? Or do I have to do it after? Bonus action.
I don't think you have to do it before your turn. You can do it as part of your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna... Can I do Cure Wounds and then cast The Hunter's Mark is my bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do Cure Wounds first on myself. That's 7.
7. Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the shit demon.
The excremental.
Did you make that up?
Excremental?
Yeah.
Maybe. I was lying in a hospital bed for many days.
I was wondering where this came
It's so good.
All right, so you've done that. Is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn before we go on to Trixa?
I tie off this little gas mask filter that I've made, and I tighten my goggles around my...
All right, it does help a little bit. Especially the goggles.
What's that do, Hunter's Mark?
It basically marks them so that I get an extra 1d6 when I hit it with a physical weapon attack.
Gotcha. Does that only apply to your attacks, or is it anyone?
It just applies to me by the looks of it.
Dang it.
Sorry.
Lame.
Yeah, I tighten the thing up, and I'm just like muttering to myself again. I'm not down with chemical warfare.
Trixa, there is a big pile of poop.
What's the positioning like of poop guy and passed out wizard?
The poop guy has formed closer to you guys, so he's acting as sort of like this barrier between you and the artificer.
Okay.
Yeah, can you explain the room layout, like where my cover is relative?
Right, your cover is closer to the middle of the room. In the back of the restaurant, we have the hole where the wizard has sort of like passed out in, and then in the corner we have the excremental. Right, you guys have free reign of the rest of the 3/4 of the restaurant so far.
Where are they at?
They're a little bit behind you. You're more towards the center. You and Anya are more towards the center. Plug has walked away a little bit by this point. You are right up next to the excremental, and you're behind these. Wait. You stepped up the slash too. Yeah. So you're right up where Trix.
So they're the front lines, and we're behind them. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mumble something about get his wands, do the thing, you magic people, I can't do that. Dispel magic. Go at him with my battle axe.
All right.
Recklessly. 16.
16. That's a hit.
Yes. And that is 7 damage.
7 damage.
Slashing. Yes.
Okay. You sink your battle axe into the flesh, the skin, the thing. You sink your battle axe into the thing. There's a horrible odor as it plunges into the. Yeah, you cut open the skin. You see this blood come out. It's all over your axe. You're gonna have to clean it later. It does. You do notice it does hurt him. He's like, makes this terrible sound. And he's just trying to reach for you. The cut stays, and this brown awfulness starts oozing out of it, somehow making everything worse. You may not want to step in it. Okay, so you've done some damage to him. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I want to mimic him and go.
It has no real mouth, so it's just like. You get into an argument with the excremental. Kovacs. It's a big pile of poop.
All right. So there's no. He's blocking the way to the
Yes.
wizard guy. All right. Time to kill it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in for full-on melee attack.
Y'all are doing work this episode.
Hell yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see how we do. Oh, we did bad. Unless its AC is 10.
It is not. Apologies.
Neato.
Right. So you take a swing at it. You have less luck than Trixa. You get it into its side, and oh no, it's kind of stuck. Your sword was real pretty. You do manage after a while to get it ungooified from the body, but you kind of hold it away from you.
Great.
Yeah, it's.
I love this.
Anya, you're back up.
Hello.
There's a big pile of poop.
I want to set it on fire.
All right.
So I.
That's not sanitary.
God.
It's super sanitary.
I'm gonna use
smells.
a firebolt.
You're gonna use firebolt?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Why? What? Is that good?
Just go for it.
Okay. Why? 12? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12.
12? Alright. You firebolt this golem. A patch of it seems to set on fire a little bit. It doesn't seem to really hurt it, but it does make the smell worse. Everyone has to make a constitution saving throw.
God.
Oh, halfling luck.
14.
16.
Alright, you're fine.
11.
I got a 7. Can my gas mask help?
I'm gonna say you have advantage. How about that?
Yes!
Eh.
Woo! 17.
Alright. Alright.
Goblins.
Christina.
Or gnomish ingenuity.
13.
13. Alright, everyone's okay this time. You get over it. It's awful, but you get over it.
Anya pukes.
You're just like, alright, I'm fine. Let's do this. Pluck. It's your turn.
Pluck it.
So he just sees this like giant, just shit monster form. It's just like that 8. And so he does this really cool motion. So he's got his staff in his left hand, and his right is free. So he kind of slams down the staff, and then holds a hand out and shoots a thing. And that's his first attack. And then as his bonus, he kind of like does a switch to the other.
Ooh.
And then like holds out his other. So it's kind of like a...
Alright.
So the first attack is going to be a 2nd level ice knife.
Alright, is that a ranged spell attack?
It is, and it also requires a dex saving throw.
If it hits, or period?
I think... Oh wait, no, I need to make the range attack first,
Okay.
so let me see. So it's 5. Oh, nat 20.
Oh, hey!
Nice.
Cool. So, make a range on the hit. The target takes 1d10 piercing. So what am I doing for the nat 20?
You know what? Because of the nature of this thing, and you're using an ice attack, I'm going to say, it does critical damage.
Okay, cool. So 2d10. Let's see. One, thank God. And 10. So 11 damage, and then there's the dex save.
Right, yeah, what does he have to make?
13.
Does not.
Okay, so that now he's going to take 3d6 cold damage.
Nice.
Is it going to be more because it was a crit?
Frozen poop.
Okay, so 1, 6, 10.
So 21 total?
Mhm.
Woo!
21 for the
Yikes.
first.
Nice. All right.
And then for the cantrip, he shoots out this nasty, like, puke green, like, weird mist stuff because he's using poison spray on him. So
Yeah,
it's
poison.
just like shooting nasty poison onto, like, smelly shit. Let's see, extended hands.
That's
Can
a
you
quote.
poison?
Yep. Good job.
Nasty Poison is actually the name of my music side project.
Nasty poison.
So now he needs to make a con save.
All right. What is it, 13 again?
13, yes.
He does make that.
Okay, so let me see. Pop a 9, creature must see. Okay, so he just... Nothing happens with the second one. He's like... But the first handle. That was...
Yeah, your ice knives hit him very critically in one of his arms. In fact, it freezes down his arm, and he's trying to kind of like figure out what's happened. He slams it against a table. It shatters. Mm-hmm. So there's a big chunk of poop arm just hanging out off to the side here. And
I like to imagine, like, in Pluck's one cool moment, it just falls on him.
It's looking down at its missing poop arm, and it reaches down to grab it with its other arm and wields it at you.
Oh no, make it stronger!
You've given him a weapon.
Shake.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
He like holds his shit arm at me. I'm just as I'm holding my thing up. I'm just like.
All right. So it is the golem's turn. This golem, you don't know whether it's because it's an imperfectly created spell or he rushed it or whatever. Whatever this creation he's made does not seem to be completely under his control, but then again he is unconscious and he cannot give it any real orders. So just seeing that it's being under attack, it has enough kind of self-preservation to just kind of it roars from inside of itself and just starts racing past you guys towards the exit.
Opportunity attack.
It's true. You can get an opportunity attack on him. I'm just letting you know he's going to try to just bolt for it.
Great.
All right. In which case you get. Oh, but you had a reaction attack.
That was last turn.
But still, it hasn't
I've
been.
had my turn since.
Have you been?
Yeah, I didn't do as much damage.
You're right. All right. You still get your.
Yeah, I'm in melee range, so if I.
Yeah, he also.
Yeah.
Right. So let's do Trixa first, and then Kovacs.
13.
13? Unfortunately not. Well, one of your spike potentials tried to grab him through the poop leg, but it does not quite hook the poop leg.
Alas.
Kovacs.
God. 12.
Unfortunately not.
It's cool.
You slap the blade against the poop a little more, and you're like, God, no, that's not working. That's not working, guys. You guys can also take attacks of opportunity against him because he is racing past you. He's at a full dash.
Get him!
I'm going for it.
Go for it.
I like stand up on top of the table I'm like covering behind, and I want to just take a leap at him and.
All right, go for it. Roll attack.
Okay. $16.
16. You hit. That's a hit.
Okay. Let's see, what are my weapons? Okay, I've got a D8 times 2. That's a 6.
What if he runs out to this crowd?
2. And
What
then
To the big old poop golem.
I also
What if-
get the bonus D6 from Hunter's Mark, yes?
Yes.
Just make sure. 1 extra, okay. That is okay. Then that's 13 total.
13 total damage. Okay, cool.
Do we all try to get a?
Yeah, you can. As long
Is
as-
that something I'd be able to use magic on, or is it gonna? Have
I
to
think
be
attacks of
something
opportunity are. I'm going to allow you to use a cantrip if you'd like, as an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd relegate it to physical attacks.
physical? Okay, then I'm gonna try. I'm gonna frostbite him.
Okay.
See if he can. Well, it doesn't literally freeze, but that's a con save.
Right.
13.
He doesn't make it.
Cool. So let's see. On a fail save, target takes 1d6 cold damage, which is 6,
Nice.
and has disadvantage on next weapon attack roll. So if he tries to swing that arm,
Always thinking.
All right.
Played.
My turn. And do I have to do a physical attack or can I use a spell?
I'll let you use a cantrip.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Yes.
Eldritch
yes.
Blast.
I'm gonna do
Eldritch Blast is what it
Blast. Little voice told me I should use that attack. Come on, dice!
Nice.
yeah, you should start using this.
11.
You this massive Eldritch Blast channels in your hands. It's very impressive, but just having come back from death so soon, you hurl it wildly at the creature, only to shoot right past its face at the entrance, blowing out the doors to the restaurant, giving it an exit.
Anya!
I meant to do that. It was on purpose. It's part of my master plan.
Tell him there was a warning shot.
There was warning shot.
Bluck, you see that the double doors up there have gone up in smoke, giving the excremental a perfect exit into the crowd.
Someone
Next
get
turn.
that wand!
I was gonna say what was it, Idris?
Idris von Lichtenstein.
Is he still like passed out?
Oh yeah.
Can I just go like yoink his bracelet?
You can spend your turn to do that. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yep.
All right. So you're just like, you go over and you loot the bracelet right off his hand.
Do I get the wands too?
As you take it off, you see that it depowers and the wands sort of just fall into your hand in like a random pile. You don't know which is which.
Oh.
But can I try to put it on and see if they like reattach?
Yeah. I'll let you have that as a bonus action to just slip it on and to start futzing with it.
Okay, I'm just like
Mr. Double bracelet over here.
Black, stay on.
You do see that it does attach, maybe a little, what's it called, a little messily, because you're not quite aware of all the mechanics with it. So they're all kind of at different angles and kind of like sort of floating around your hand.
Yeah, that seems ready. That's good to go.
You see like a little spark of like power kind of flicker in between.
I guess we'll see how this goes.
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
As you're figuring out the wand, the excremental has made it to the restaurant doors, and it just sort of shatters the rest of the protective wood in front of it. Outside, the cheering crowd has gone from "Yay!" to "Oh!" as this 2-story behemoth poop monster arrives in front of them. You see everyone go from shock to like this really quick. Walter is looks back and he's like, oh, that's not a riot. And he starts to try to get the crowd back immediately. Make the go, do not be here. Be farthest away from here as you possibly can. So him and the other guards are now trying to corral the citizens back into their homes because this is not going according to plan.
My turn yet?
Not yet. The last thing it had programmed into it was to, of course, make it to the Endspire and to have a meeting with the king. So you see it just sort of turn outside, looking around, clutching its like broken arm, and just starts wobbling off to the side to the left. That's his turn. Werblin.
I'd like to make a run for our unconscious friend.
All right.
First, I'd like to search his body to see if he has anything of use.
Yeah, go ahead and roll,
Bye, poop monster.
just roll perception.
Okay. 7.
7? He has he doesn't have any gold on, actually. He's got some pretty expensive clothes. The brooch is pretty expensive looking, but he does have a locket. He has a locket sitting around his neck.
All right, I'm gonna take that.
All right.
I'm gonna take the brooch,
Okay.
and then I'd like to take the robes, and if I could rip them into some material, I'd like to tie his hands behind his back.
Sure, that's easy enough to do. You take
Okay.
some of his very satiny feeling robes and you secure him. Do you secure him to anything, or you just?
I just handcuff him, basically.
Okay,
And
cool.
I've got the loot in my hands, and I look at him and just salute. That's just a little civil forfeiture from you, from Captain Allhaven, citizen.
AKA looting.
And I just sort of, like, kick him.
You're like, screw you.
DM.
I'd like to lift him up, and then I'm going to prepare to bring him out to the crowd.
Okay.
If I may, just to throw it out there, was Anya's attack that opened the doors her turn or her attack of opportunity?
That was her attack of opportunity.
Okay. Did
You
she?
skipped.
Oh my god, I did. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I confused that with your actual turn. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Anya, let's go ahead and give you the next turn really quick.
So I want to use suggestion on the creature. Can I do that?
You can attempt to, but I don't know how well that's going to work out on this poop monster. But you can try to. Who knows?
Okay, I just want to lure him away from the crowd. So it's a wisdom saving throw 13. What?
Nothing. give him your suggestion.
Boob monster. You should come back inside and die. Just die.
I would.
Please come inside the building. I am alluring. With
Does
my
it say it
secret
affects
powers.
non-humanoids? Suggestion?
A creature?
A creature?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it says?
Wisdom of
A creature you
0.
can see within range that can hear and understand you.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you guys notice Anya. We're like, wait, don't go. Come back.
And die.
There's a stillness outside. And then the crowd, you start hearing, oh God, it's coming back! Why? Ah! And you just hear this rumbling golem start racing back towards the restaurant. Soon, a flailing hand just cleaves through part of the wall. And you see it just enraged, standing there and at the front of this crumbling building, staring at you with these black, soulless eyes like, why am I even alive?
What about the second part?
It's not dying.
Great, he's back.
Cool.
All right, so we'll say that happened that previous turn. So I'll still give you your turn this round. So and then Wurblend happened. You looted the poor man.
And I tied him up.
Yeah, and you tied him up. Trixie.
Wait, do I see this fucking thing? Just okay.
So now he's close enough to me, right? Within 25 feet?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm still in a rage, and I'm gonna rush at him and
So pissed.
slash recklessly. Oh, I don't need to do recklessly. 22.
22 to
Nice.
hit. Yeah, absolutely, you hit.
Oh, 14 slashing.
Nice. All right.
Yikes.
So you ignoring all good common sense, you like a tiny angry bullet, you shoot yourself up at this thing. You bring your axe down with your enhanced demon strength. It sort of tries to raise its arm to block you, but you cleave right through the half frozen arm, right down on the skull of the thing, and you cleave just this big hunk out of its skull as you land. This unfortunate brown oozing blood seeps out of all these wounds and starts to just dribble down its skin. This is an unpleasant encounter. You do some heavy damage, but man, your axe is not smelling good. No, it is not. So yeah, you land, you prepare yourself for another blow. It does look staggered, but it's still very obviously on its feet. All right, Kovacs, it's your turn.
Okay, so now that it's back inside, how far am I from it?
You're like Trickster. You're good, like 20 feet away from it.
20 feet. And how far am I away from Pluck?
You guys are pretty close by, I'd say. Less than 10 feet
Could
away.
Can the
I
crowd see us?
grab a
Yeah.
bracelet from Pluck and also make a touch attack on this thing?
That's a lot for one turn. I'll let you have everything up until getting ready to touch attack.
Nah, I gotta kill this. Alright, I'm gonna attack it.
Are you gonna swing at it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing at it. Here we go! 16.
16, yeah, that's a hit.
Nice.
Beautiful. That is on my lap. Where are you? Alright, screw it. Okay, so that's a 3 and then a 6. So 9, 10, 12, 13, 13. 13 damage.
13 damage. All right. You cleave at this thing at the knee. Your blade goes right through its kneecap. It just sort of stumbles, trying to keep itself aloft. A big gush of blood, just like spurts out of the wound. You sort of have to there's no real getting away from it. You get some poop on you. Great. it's wobbly a bit. It's trying to stabilize itself. The brown murky stuff is just starting to ooze all the way down its body. It's looking a little shaky at this point, but we'll see what happens. Is there anything else you'd like to do with the rest of your turn?
I don't think there's anything else I can do, so I'm good.
All right, Anya,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I would like to poison spray him.
All right.
19! Wait, plus whatever.
What's it?
Poison spray?
It's also a
I think
cantrip.
that's a saving throw.
Oh, never mind. Thanks, Di. Really helpful.
That's
So-
what I really hate.
So really, you're asking me to
does.
have him make a saving throw, right?
Yes.
All right. What's the saving throw?
13 Constitution.
He gets exactly 13.
Why? Okay.
But why though?
But why? I'm sorry.
But wait. Poison spray is a cantrip, so
You can still use a spell. If you
Cool.
like.
I want to use Firebolt. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys.
That's
I want to, but I
unnecessary
want to aim.
truth.
I want to aim at the gash that Trixie made.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I use that? Never mind. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
You hit.
nice.
There you go.
Roll for
Sweet.
damage.
Can I have a D10, please?
I have a question, by the way.
Yeah.
What's my ability modifier?
For.
It says you add your ability modifier to damage for offhand attacks. That's one of my abilities.
Oh, so unless you have a finesse weapons, which uses Dex modifier, you'll use Strength modifier.
Gotcha. Okay.
2 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Very
You're
helpful.
you're very precise with this though. You notice that he has these open wounds on its bodies now, and you're like, sulfur, fire. It makes sense. So yeah, you aim at the kneecap. You light it on fire. It goes well.
Yay.
The fire catches onto the sewage, spreads across its body, but unfortunately also spreads inside of its body. This thing goes up like a goddamn lantern.
I'm just laughing.
Everyone make one more Constitution saving
she's not
throw.
good?
The smell has gotten worse.
Is there any advantage for being a trash bird?
Unfortunately not. This is almost a magic stench.
Do I still get advantage
that?
for
Is
my
that 20?
gas mask?
That's
Yes.
nat 20.
Nat 20.
Alright. You're like, poop, whatever.
I got two
I'm
tens.
still laughing.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
17.
10, 17.
14.
Alright, you're all fine.
We're
It's just wait, you need a shower real bad after this.
Got these new costumes.
So this thing just starts wailing in agony. It's now there's fiery poop just erupting from its wounds. The restaurant is not doing well, by the way. The fireball fire has never been put out. So it's eating away at the wood and the ceiling and the beams. And now that the fiery poop is here, everything it touches and slides its hand across is just eating through the wood. The crowd outside is going, "What is happening? Is that a giant flaming poop?" This is awesome. One guy. All right, so Pluck, it is your turn. You have this giant flaming poop in front of you.
So just watching it, just like, oh, God, that's, ugh. He looks at the wands, like, sloppily floating around his wrist, and he attempts to do, like, a little shake to see if one, like, pops in his hand, like the other one.
Oh, it does.
It's like, do I have any insight as to what I might be holding?
Nope, but you know that wearing this bracelet, it does let you activate it without much trouble.
Plug just kind of does a... and he, like, points it and just kind of, like...
Oh no.
Okay. You have chosen the wand of fireball.
No! Oh, come on! I'm
Who's
surrounded by morons.
right in front of this thing? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
All right, I think it's Kovacs and Trixa. So we're going to wait till Kovacs gets back because he's going to need to make a saving throw. For now, Trixa, will you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Which I have advantage. Oh, natural 20!
Hey!
Yeah! Natural 20.
No, really?
I'm going to say you don't take damage from this at all. You hear it before it happens. You're like, that sounds like Pluck trying to figure something out.
Deuces. Peace.
And you just dive out of the way as this massive ball of flame just catapults over your head and collides into this massive ball of poop.
I can roll for him.
I hit the deck, like, on top of Mr. Wizardman, like, ugh.
There's a huge explosion. The rest of the walls that were there are now gone.
Gone?
Are gone. This explosion was quite.
Wait, so if there's no walls, how is it standing?
To be determined.
We'll see what happens when Kovacs gets back.
I imagine, like, it was like a slow-mo moment where he first sees the fire come out. It's like, oh no!
It's the giant burst of fire. You're like,
It's like, mistakes were made.
So there's 5 wands that do 5 things, right?
5 wands that do 5 things.
So he just okay.
He happened to get the wand of fireball.
So what happens to the wand after I do that?
Since you're not drunk or anything, it stays in your hand. You feel it kind of like, oh god, but you do keep a hold on it.
Is he able to identify that one now? Like, does it?
Yeah, you can see that. You can see. Okay, fireball markings. It's red. It's got like this little engraving of a dragon down it.
Maybe you should have looked at that.
Oops.
But now you know. You're like, okay, fireball, red, dragon, got it.
Fire. Oh, alright. Cool. Nothing. Alright. If I were to like let it go, would it go back and start floating again?
Give it a shot.
I'm like gonna hold a hand under it, just like.
It floats kind of awkwardly down on the side.
It's like, magnets.
Kovacs,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
So Pluck randomly chose a wand to fire.
Okay.
It turned out to be fireball.
Oh god.
You are right in front of this thing.
Sick.
Please make a dexterity saving throw.
Will do. Okay. 14?
14. All right. You're going to take half damage.
Cool.
These are a lot of dice, however.
Oh,
boy.
you're in trouble. Yep.
Is this the damage from the poop monster? Or the
No, this is
fireball?
damage from the fireball.
Oops.
It's
Sorry.
huh.
I know which one it is though.
So,
So that's
28 points of damage. You'll take half.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So take 14 points of damage.
Cool.
Um,
So I'm out.
So the fireball collides with the poop monster's chest, explodes outwards, takes you straight off your feet. While you're going down into unconsciousness, you missed the fact that Trixa rolled a 20 on her saving throw, and she just sort of like neoed out of there, like arms crossed, like. So she's completely fine, and the last thing you remember before blacking out is the overwhelming stench of poop. As the insides of this thing just explode outward, covering everyone in the room with the refuse. The good news is the fireball rocked it so much that most of his torso is gone. It's just kind of like a leaking Hershey's chocolate at this point. Yeah, I know. And it finally rocks backwards and falls down onto its face, leaking its internal juices all over the floor. Slowly but surely shriveling back down into regular poop.
Flex still just kind of standing there like,
You did it.
Are we out of initiative now?
You are now out of initiative.
Okay. Can I have tied his feet too?
Sure, yeah, if you want. You can retroactively have tied his feet.
Okay. I'm just gonna let him be like, Kovacs! I run over to him and I cast what's my healing spell? Cure wounds.
Here it
Oh,
is.
sure, onto Kovacs, but not Anya!
Kovacs didn't try to kill the party, burn down the building, and ruin everything.
I think you and I are framing the situation quite differently in our minds.
I got max 9.
Alright. Woo! You just pop out of it's everywhere. Oh, it's on my hands.
I look at Pluck and I'm just like, ah!
You're just covered with this.
Ain't no rest for the wicked, brother.
You're not though. You're like you got off somehow completely because of your 20. You managed to avoid every single little spittle of poop.
And I run out to the crowd and I go, the evil has been conquered.
Baby Bird did it!
I'm looting Idris or Idris.
I already did.
You already looted everything you can find off that guy.
But I go out of my rage, so I don't want them to see the video.
I know this is a great moment, but the building's gonna fall down. We need to get him out of here.
Oh yeah, the barbecue itself is now missing about a third of its infrastructure, and you do hear the kind of creaking and groaning of a building about to just fall in on itself.
Anybody got a water spell?
What?
All right, grab him. Let's go.
I'm already like out
Pluck
there.
looks at the wands like, I might.
Would you like to try one? You know there was a snowball spell in there.
Okay, I'll wait till we're not like running. We'll just get at it.
I address the crowd. So I see you are in need of good barbecue.
Everyone's just sort of like,
I would like to recommend Anya's barbecue. It's at this little village that way. It has my statue. Come join us.
everyone just. You see some people actually write that down. Oh, we're going to need a new barbecue place.
Are you guys all addressing the crowd right now?
No.
I was about to say.
I am.
I'm just like struggling to like drag this half elf out of the burning building.
A few guards come up to you to help you out. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna thank you, sir. Thank you. We're gonna get this guy in prison where he belongs."
Good gods, thank you.
And they tie him up and they start to drag him away. The crowd looks at you and looks at the barbecue place. Or, you still sort of save the day. So they're just like, thank you.
They failed their health inspection.
I get it. It was a big thing of poop. Yeah.
So we shut it down. Yay.
Relax. You okay, mate? Here. I had to take off more of my shirt. Yeah. Tie this off on your beak. It's like a gas mask. It'll help. Thank you. Now come on, get out of here.
As you guys are kind of cleaning up as best you can after this encounter, you hear a blast of trumpets sound off from near where the entrance to the end spire is.
It just scares the shit out of Pluck. Just like,
That sounds like bureaucracy.
It does, in fact, sound like bureaucracy. And you hear someone say, "Make way for her magisterness, Sabre Drago!"
That's a name.
Sabre Drago.
How do you spell this?
SABRAE DRAGO. She is a magister.
DRHO?
Yes. You see this group of 4 well-stocked men start carrying this platform down the way from the end spire. And draped on this chair is this pale, kind of very, very, very noble looking, very drapey in her black silks. You notice the hint of the uplifted ears. However, her skin shade is a little darker. You immediately recognize her as Drow.
oh no.
That's not good.
This.
Do I recognize this?
Oh, you're from the Under. You know Drow when you see one.
I explain a little bit about the Drow. I'm not familiar.
Okay, so the Drow are a race of subterranean elves. They have a slave culture. The women run their society as the matriarchs. The men are not treated that well, right? But they are known as a fairly ruthless kind of. They're not good people generally.
Who do they enslave? Other Underdark species?
Whoever they can get their hands on.
So I've probably had some nasty run-ins with these in the past. If
You
I was-
may have worked for some, but you may have seen the extent of their cruelty. They will not. They're not like above hiring deep gnomes or anything. You've probably done some good business with Drow, but you know enough to keep out of their affairs.
Okay.
Right.
Really quick, before that's addressed, Plug's gonna kind of walk up behind Kovacs and just you feel a little tug at your pants.
Plug, is that you?
And you can see in Plug's face he feels really, really bad. He's just and he takes off the other bracelet he has and just kind of
Give me the crappy one.
giving you the vanilla one.
Oh. Thanks, Pluck. Don't even worry about it. We're fine.
Starts off and tries to find garbage to eat.
Just while you're wearing the bracelet, its stats are pretty much the same as the other one, except it allows you to cast a wand that's attached to it of any level as a bonus action.
Yikes.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's why it's a very singular von Lichtenstein invention.
Okay.
So any wand you have attached to it of any level can be cast as a bonus action.
How many charges does each wand have? Or is it just one?
Oh, the wands themselves you don't know for sure, but
Okay.
but I'm just letting you know that's the mechanic of the bracelet you're wearing.
Cool. How long do you think I would need to attune to it?
You probably have to sit down and take a look at it for a day or so.
Okay, so right now it's just kind of in
A jumbled mess,
YOLO mode.
right? You could use them, but you have no idea what they do
Well,
or
I
how
know-
many charges they have.
I know what one does.
All right. So this very royal looking creature, draped in these black cloaks, in this pointed black headdress, ascends from her throne, down, all smiles. Ah, the New Haven Spears. Thank you so much for your service to the city. Allow me to reward you. You must be rewarded. We will rebuild better than ever, but for now, you must be paid handsomely for your services. She reaches into her cloak and produces these bags for everyone, these little pouches full of adamantite. It's like the best, the highest quality adamantite from the most productive mine on the entire island. And she gives you each one of these little bags. And they're very hefty.
How much are we talking here?
This is she just handed you each about 50 pounds of adamantite.
Yikes!
Jesus.
Each of you, 50 pounds of this stuff.
We getting sick weapons.
It's really heavy.
It is. It speaks to the quality.
I just kind of... That's right, I always did pay.
Plug's
That's right.
Plug's pulling on it with all his might. It's just not butting. Just
I'm just like,
Please, please, may I have the pleasure of being introduced to the city's newest heroes?
I'm Baby Bird.
Baby Bird, it's a pleasure.
I'm just giving her a death stare.
Ah,
I accepted the stuff, but I'm just
Kovacs, play the pawn. Just do it.
I am Craperian Shit Phoenix. And, wait, I'm sorry, Hyperion Hell Phoenix.
I wasn't going to mention the smell. All
And,
part of the job. Very lovely to meet you.
I much appreciate the...
Your wings flap. So as it does, though, the residual poop on the wings just flaps up and splashes the rest of your party. You're now yeah. It's happened for the first time.
I dodged all of that.
You told me to pose and I panicked.
Now the wings are just stuck in your hearts.
And I'm Captain Allhaven, Your Majesty.
Captain Allhaven, how patriotic.
Absolutely. Nothing but the best.
Plug's still he just got the bag up and he's just he's plucking.
Pluckett. Charming. Charming to meet you. And then we'll wait for Anya to come back. While you're holding that pose, I want you to make a perception check. Only you.
Keep holding the pose.
14.
14. You recognize a sash beneath her clothing, which dictates she's a diplomat. And the sash is the color of Thizbanar.
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah.
That's just privately for you.
Yep.
Don't take off the mask.
Not gonna blow my cover.
Right? She's just like, there's something familiar about you, Hal Phoenix. Something.
Your Majesty, you are so regal, and
No, please.
I appreciate your gifts that you've given us.
The true majesty is our King Allgard. I am simply the Magister under his command. And I am here to give you his most gracious thanks for saving the day. Even if we couldn't save this restaurant, no, it was due for a redesign anyway.
As he's still holding the pose, like Flux just kind of like tries to like plop his bag like just onto his shoulder, just like.
Anya. So, Kovacs has unleashed his wings, and it has splattered the rest of the party with the residual poop. Yeah.
I throw up again.
So it's Sabre is asking to be introduced to you. If
Hello. Does she know what we said? Because I feel like she should know what we said.
okay,
Yes.
you want to tell Anya what you guys told her?
What?
I said I'm Baby Bird.
I am Kenku commander. However, I have a question.
That's
How I'm getting this job that you have? People
What
worship.
job?
I don't know. You're some royal something.
Oh yes, I just have many years of management experience.
Oh yes.
That's an interesting accent you have.
Yeah. I don't.
She starts to like kind of peer into
Oh.
your mask.
I bit my tongue. So that's why I talk weird.
Interesting, yeah.
Why are you looking at me?
I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw, Anya.
Uh-oh. I have another question for her, too. 7.
7. You
Yeah,
guys
negative one
noticed.
wisdom?
Yeah.
You guys noticed.
That makes a lot of
Not
sense.
surprising.
You guys noticed, but she starts to lead you in this conversation, and it very slowly, without you realizing it, becomes draconic.
Oh.
So you guys notice, like, oh, that's so interesting. And you just sort of start answering back. You're like, oh, that's so interesting.
She's our resident linguist.
Yes, it seems so.
She can keep up with quite a bit of languages, but don't test her. She's had a very long day.
I have one more question for you.
Yes, dearie. what
Have
is
you
it?
been, like, around, like, near and far, traveling?
Anya.
Well, I
It's a personal
fancy
question.
myself quite an adventurer and a traveler in my day. Yes, of course.
No.
Are they back to common?
Huh?
Are they back to common?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you knowing a guy
Can you
named...
put your arm? Do you need help?
I need. Yes.
I'm gonna try to help
All right.
push the
Do
wings.
you knowing a guy with family named Haltin?
Excuse me, Paulton.
Yes,
That's an interesting name.
it is.
Would
I
you
am-
like me to track a Paulton down for you?
Yes, Paltin Seppa. He has a
Paltin
small
Seppa.
family he asked me to save him from.
Oh, that's so dear. You're so heroic.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's because you were like passed out. You got a big knock on your head, Luck.
That's true. It was very painful.
Well, far be it from me than to deny one of the heroes of the day her wish. She leans over to one of her assistants, whispers in his ear, touches him on the shoulder, and gives him like one nod.
That was very deliberate. What are you doing? Hi.
You all will be joining us in a couple of days at the celebration, of course, right?
I'm sure.
Yes.
Of course.
Of
The
course.
the All Haven celebration of life. We're importing some fantastic entertainment this year. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh, so we've heard.
Oh, you enjoy the circus.
Can't wait, Your Majesty.
Best circus in the world. I'll save you all a seat.
That's Commander with a K, not the C. Thank
Oh, then it's just misspelled.
It's none of your business, girl lady.
Well, I will leave you to your business. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, and I will see you in a couple days, hopefully by the docks when the whole thing happens. I'll be there, the circus will be there, everyone will be there.
Don't
Oh,
forget
I
my
can't wait.
information.
Let us know how things go with Bolton.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me. She ascends back on her throne, and the 4 men start to carry her back to the spire, leaving you to your business. The crowd, Walter has now basically calmed the crowd down and started sending people home. A few people are waiting in line for your autograph. They're pretty psyched, you know, even sort of smattered in poop, you know.
Oh my god, the new eyes are awesome! Baby Bird's my favorite!
I want to lean into everybody. Just be like, all right, you lot. I've got 3 rules when we go to rescue my daughter. Don't trust the drow. Don't eat the food. And don't set the bloody docks on fire.
Don't have fun.
Got it?
Don't
have fun.
trust the drow.
Yeah, that was the first one. No, the second one. Yeah, the second
She's the reason Thizmanar fell to Sir Lucian. She's one of them.
one. I don't
Like,
doubt it. But right now,
specifically her?
she's playing to our advantage. So
Her
it's
and
not
her
my-
kind.
That's a little racist.
Is my point understood?
Sure.
Of course,
Sure.
Warblin. I've been with you on this since the beginning.
All right. I've got some autographs to sign.
Me too.
Straightens the goggles, straightens the beak, extends the wings. Citizens! And I just go off and start to sign.
Everyone's super psyched.
Am I your favorite? I'm your favorite.
They start signing autographs for people. They're all so excited to meet you.
And how do you spell that?
Yeah, they just you see even like people have already made like prototype T-shirts with you guys on them. It's like, hey guys, will you sign this for me, please?
When did you make this?
During you fans are crazy.
On the next design, make me a little bit taller, alright?
Like, whoever holds an autograph up for Pluck, he just kind of like throws up on the page. It was like,
Thanks, I'll treasure this.
I'm out. I'm not.
You're not. You're not. No autographs, please. No.
I'm like just so pissed right now.
Kovacs had to go back to his dressing room.
He's so mysterious.
Hyperion Helvetix.
He's just going to clean up.
He's so moody and broody.
Just like fuming.
There's women like, oh my god, he's the sensitive one.
going to destroy her.
After the crowd does settle for a little bit, everyone gets their turns signing autographs. You all start getting these fans, you know. Finally, Walter, after everything's quieted down a little bit, walks up to you guys. It's like, hey, I saw who they dragged away. You didn't kill him, did you?
No.
The gods took him.
Okay. Did he have a thing?
Maybe.
You may want to look in there.
A thing?
It's a family portrait. It's him and his wife. And his wife is Katri.
Yikes.
What?
So again, he's okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the building doesn't collapse.
He was very drunk. And
passed
I
out.
tied him up and gave him to the guards.
Okay, I didn't, Because I know what happened with Havenspear last time, and I wanted to make sure.
It was okay this time because Anya was unconscious.
I did not know that was going to be him. Oh, wow, okay. This is going to be an interesting report back to Katri.
You're telling me Katri's a von Lichtenstein?
It was self-defense.
She was a von Lichtenstein.
Oh.
She... Very quickly, he pulls you aside. It's like, look, I'm sure she's not going to be very open about this, but when she first came to the island, she was married to this man. as you know, this city has a very strict zero-child policy. Katri was pregnant. He chose his career, and Katri left. I'll let her tell you everything else on her own if she chooses to share it, but I'm very glad you didn't kill her husband.
Well,
Well, it doesn't sound like they're still together anyway.
No, but they've also technically never left each other.
Oh, wow.
there's something you should know about. He was monologuing before I tried to disarm him because he was the one that set the building on fire.
Right, the explosions.
Well, some of us set the building on fire too, but don't tell the press that.
Oh.
There's something wrong with the food.
The food?
It's fake. All of, in Oldhaven, all of the food. He was dispelling it. He was dispelling the food, and it would disappear and then reform.
It's magically manifested, and we don't know if it'll last forever.
As you're explaining this to him, and he's considering it, you start to hear, because the sun's starting to set a little bit, you start to hear these guards on every corner start making these announcements. For the safety of all Haven citizens, all wands of Tier 3 or higher power are now banned from the city. That is all. Thank you.
Hide it.
Walter considers, well, that was properly timed, since a Dispel wand is exactly Tier 3.
Yeah, it was a bit unnerving. Walter knows about the undead problem, yes?
Yes, he knows.
The way the food reformed was identical to what happens when the undead at that location we scouted out reform. The exact same.
I don't know if I'd say that.
It looked that way to me.
Kind of blinked into existence.
Walter, very troubled by the news. I wish I could give you more information than I have, but to be honest, I have no idea what's going on.
I'm just making you aware that you shouldn't eat the food.
Well, I usually eat in Fairheim, so that's not too much of a problem.
I and Mr. Regressive Magic Man was worried about what might happen to the citizenry that have been eating the food for years on end if it were to suddenly disappear because it's apparently losing its power in some way.
He sort of thinks it over. He glances up at the statue of Allgard with the ruby in it and the thing and the inscription that says, "May my people never starve again." And he just sort of goes, "Oh no, it's not a legend."
That's what he said.
That means this entire city is on borrowed time.
Aye.
If the Allhavens died, to hell with them. That makes our job easier.
I mean, honestly, we don't know them.
But what if it's something wrong with the stone we're after? That becomes our problem.
Perhaps the wishes it grants aren't substantial and are merely illusions.
Some powerful illusions, I might.
Let's get back to Fairheim and fill Katri in. I think she wants to at least know about her husband.
Yeah.
Husband.
Alright, so you guys clean yourselves off the best you can, and you start making your way back to Fairhaven. On your way back, you do see a very heavily fortified wagon going off in an opposite direction to you, down to the Allhaven docks, in fact. And you see in the back of this thing, hanging between bars, is Idris von Lichtenstein. And he just looks completely defeated, completely just old, tired, and they're taking him off. And Walter steals a glance and says, "Yeah, they're going to Steelwall Garrison." As I understand it, you were all going to steal Wall Garrison before you ended up here.
Can you stop them?
Not on my own, no, I don't have the authority. We're gonna have to make a plan.
I need to interrogate him.
Wait, why do we need him?
There are a lot of things I'd like to ask him.
Truth.
That's where we'll stop for today.
Things are getting mysterious.
Things are getting deadly.
Ultra yikes.
Okay, so confession time. I almost, instead of tying him up so that he couldn't escape just because Warblin holds grudges, I was going to cut his Achilles tendon so he couldn't run. I'm very glad I didn't do that.
Oh boy.
That would have been an interesting conversation. He did what to my husband?
Yeah, he can't walk anymore.
He didn't really love you anyway.
Oh my
No
god.
ankles.
But you left her.
Oh man, well that was a fun session, you guys.
This one went some places.
Yeah, it went some places for sure.
Deep shit.
Literally.
Are there any announcements y'all would like to make at the end of the show before we go?
I just dropped a new single on Friday. It's the third one. And, the album is coming very soon. I'll be announcing the release date soon. But the third one is out. People are digging it, so go check it out. It would mean the world to me.
Sweet.
And I'm going to Comic-Con next weekend. I got two
Hey.
panels. One for Steven Universe, one for Kids Voiceover with Tony G. So Thursday and Saturday. Come check us out.
Nice.
Business as usual, paid and exposure tour with me and this guy starts in August.
Woo!
Next month. It's in a few weeks. We're very excited. Get your tickets at NateWantsToBattle.com. Come hang out at a concert. Also, the same goes as usual for the subreddit. The Discord, tag on Twitter or wherever, fan art with hashtag Dark and Dicey fan art. Been seeing a lot more stuff. It's always awesome, and we love what you guys think of.
The Vines account is fire.
Oh, the vines.
No,
The
that's
vines
Into
account's
it.
great.
I speak Vine.
It gave me such happiness lying there in the hospital going like, at least there's this.
There's a meaning.
That's right, my life may be pain, but at least there's this. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in again to Dark and Dicey. Please come back next Monday, same time, same place. We're gonna see what happens with this.
Ow!
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.